and 3-0-2 in the horizon. It's Olga Massombo carrying it up. Knocked down, and it's controlled back by the Raiders. Picked up by the back line. That's Lizzie Hobb, the Sycamore, Illinois native in her junior year at Purdue Fort Wayne. Back up to Hobb, the left back. First minute here. Again, can't ask for a better day here at Wright State University. Lots of autumn colors still on the trees as we roll on through the month of October. Good reach there by Wright State. That is Elise Cantor with the slow roll. But the Mastodons looking for the first goal quickly here. Still in the opening minute. Here's Hobb, the left back. String it towards the arc. Played well, but heavy bounce, and now Wright State able to sweep it forward. I believe that was Mariella Hartman. And now the Raiders, heavy touch in the circle, but it is our first foul whistle of the game. Free kick, Wright State. That tackle made Wright State lose the possession, as we'll have a look at our first foul of the game. See general contact there, but enough to disrupt her general flow of getting the ball. Therefore, it is whistled as a foul. Raiders in the box, sweeping on the far side. That's Olga Massombo. She's been here now for 3 years in her senior year, and sends that one in just wide. It's a goal kick. As now here's Massombo trying to put the first goal on the board here in the second minute. Great shot with the right foot, but just going wide, rattling off the net. And it's a goal kick for Castaneda. Second minute, Raiders back on the attack. Back line, that's 3 defenders out there. Back out to Seward. Jessica Seward for Wright State. She has played in 13 matches, started all 13. Kara Sarka only appearing in 2 matches, her backup from Twinsburg, Ohio. A goals allows average of 1.96. Swept towards the right side. It's Bella Ritano. She'll walk it towards the line. Massombo closing in, and the Raiders with a double team pressure win the ball back deep in their defending third, and Seward will drive it from the box onwards. Third minute here. 3 flags up. Represent the 2 seniors and Travis Sober's home country of Trinidad and Tobago. Now Wright State, good pressure ahead. Looking on the far side, just out of the reach. The right striker, that was Ashley Vaughn. Excuse me, that's Elena Nesbitt. Chipped ahead, no one there to finish it off for Purdue Fort Wayne. Backline controls it, Kaylee Pham, freshman defender out of Springboro, Ohio. Lots of local talent from Cincinnati and Dayton representing the Raiders and the Mastodons. It's Nesbitt driving on the back. 4th minute. Straight ahead and deflected by Metzger. Purdue Fort Wayne coming off a 1-0 win against Northern Kentucky. The Sunday swing for these Mastodons, 2.5 hours away from Dayton, Ohio. Back now for Metzger. Looking for Zoe Greenholge. Cross coming in, great stop there. Reaching out and knocking down that cross. Throw in upcoming for Purdue Fort Wayne. Silver numbers, black trim, black letters for the Mastodons' white kit. Hop back out of the box now. Drawn out of the reach of the closest forward there. I believe that's Kelsey Gallagher. And it'll go across the end line. It is a goal kick for Wright State's Jessica Seward in the 5th minute. Jessica Seward has played all the matches, as is Samantha Castaneda. She has started all 13. Goals allows average at 0.77. Her save percentage incredible as well, 87.5%. She is the reason why these Mastodons are 7-2-4. The backup, and Melina Kozacek has played in 1 match for about 4 minutes. Strong ahead and just out of the reach of the closest Raider there, Lauren Borchert. Through ball, Castaneda comes out of her box and hauls it in. So far, you see both these teams filling each other out. Both front lines getting a little action. Ball towards the far side now as the Mastodons roll through. Far corner cross. Here's a header going wide as Seward watches it fly. Good shot there for Purdue Fort Wayne, but it's a goal kick. Now you just see this good setup play here from the far corner on, just a little bit towards the left. That would have been towards Seward in the net. And now here's the Raiders. Turn it over in the center circle, back to Purdue Fort Wayne and Riley Ruzink. Mastodon sending three on their back line into the attacking half. Open Mastodon there in the 7th. Long sending cross away from Massombo. It'll roll past the touchline. Raiders get a throw. For Wright State, they're coming off their first league loss of the year in Detroit on Thursday, 3-2. Raiders trying to make a comeback against now the league leaders in the Horizon, but the Titans held on for a 3-2 decision. In fact, for Wright State, that's the first loss suffered since September the 8th, a 4-1 loss at the University of Kentucky. Throw-in coming for Purdue Fort Wayne, deep in their attacking third. Sweeping in goes Bella Ritano. High header, Seward reads it well and makes the catch in the 6th. Heading into the 8th minute now. See, both these teams are capable of pushing, and now Purdue Fort Wayne back on the attack, 3-on-3, finding the left winger open in Rusink. Rusink bumped around, cross, tipped on in, Purdue Fort Wayne on the board first. Mastodons take an early 1-0 lead in the 8th minute. Here comes that cross as Hartman matching her up on the defense. Close to the line, perfect placement there. And Purdue Fort Wayne on the board. Give that goal to Morgan Ritano. Morgan Ritano with the goal. And she notches in her first goal of the year. First goal of the year for Morgan Ritano. Native of Fenton, Michigan, sister to Bella Ritano. And she's in her senior year. She's the older sister to Bella, both coming out of Lake Fenton High School. So the Mastodons with a 1-0 lead here in the 8th minute. Perfect placement there as Seward gives up the first goal. Now the Raiders looking to tie it up here. Roll up the middle. It's controlled now by Lainey Henke. Towards the box, Wright State. Shot blocked. Massombo running it down. She'll pick it up. Now turning around as Wright State looking to counter here. Massombo again, native of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Transfer out of University of Northwestern Ohio in Lima, an NAIA school. Morgan Ritano gets the ball through the pairing of defenders, but Seward reads it well. No one there to help us now. Here's Nesbitt battling. Freshman forward out of Kennesaw, Georgia. Coming out of Harrison High School in the south. Battling hard with Riley Ruzink. Raiders backline controls it now. Morgan Ritano's first goal of the year in the 8th. Now the reach of Nesbitt, she can't catch up. Throw in Mastodons. Mastodons draw here first. Great offensive pressure. And that cross happening right by the end line. Close to a tight wire action. Hartman says, excuse me, I want the ball. Mariella Hartman from Freiburg, Germany. Previous school was Berthold Gymnasium Freiburg. Throw and upcoming to Purdue Fort Wayne. 10th minute. 1-0 for the Dons. And this throw upcoming goes to Lizzie Hobb. Veteran-led Purdue Fort Wayne squad. Plenty of seniors and juniors and graduate students to boot as Borchard ahead. Borchard walks it into the box. Heavy bounce, trying to get it back. Knocks the defender down. It's a corner kick for Wright State. First corner of the match goes to Wright State as Borchard in a one-on-one battle. They're going to say the defender touched it last. So Wright State will bring out Olivia Mace for this first corner. Sophomore from down the road in Centerville, Ohio. Mace's corner flies over the pack. Still in now, the one-on-one battle. It'll go out, and Wright State with the throw and a sub upcoming for Wright State. From what I'm hearing, it's Taylor Locke, the fifth-year defender from West Liberty, Ohio. Not too far here from Wright State, former West Liberty Salem Tiger. Great program in the Ohio Heritage Conference. So Taylor Locke in, she'll play defense for the Raiders. Strung up ahead, and a perfect touch. Goes awry off the top of the foot. Hartman slows it down. Raiders back with it. Great pressure turned in by Wright State here. They're looking to draw even with Purdue Fort Wayne. That cross hits off Lizzie Hobb, and the Raiders win their second corner. Olivia Mace should take this one. Raiders are going to put most of their offensive counterfront on the rear flank of Samantha Castaneda. Massombo, the closest one. Actually, there is one Raider, one body in front of the Purdue Fort Wayne goalie. Here's the second corner. Header goes wide. And it's a goal kick for Purdue Fort Wayne. The men's soccer team saying that was off the Mastadons, but they're here watching today's contest. They were victorious over Purdue Fort Wayne's men's soccer team 2-1 in a game that featured 10 yellow cards and a lot of fouls. Almost close to 40 fouls in that match, and now we'll have a foul whistled against the Mastodons. Free kick, Wright State. Morgan Rattano's goal assisted by Rusink. And for Rusink, you can give her third assist of 2022. Free kick about 12 yards out of the box. It's going to be on towards the net, but wide right it sails. Goal kick, Mastodons, 13th minute. Looking at the Horizon League standings. Remember, the top 6 get in the Horizon League tournament. The bottom 5 do not. Green Bay, the lone winless team in conference play thus far. The Phoenix, 0-3-2, just 2 points off 2 draws. Wright State defeated the Phoenix. Nice try there by Rusink, but she knocks it out of play. Throw in Hartman and the Raiders. Wright State battling back to Hartman, representing the country of Germany. Great win on the touchline by Purdue Fort Wayne. Now off for Wright State. Elise Cantor. Good footwork there. Cross deflected and sent away. Hartman reads it well. Hartman brings a nice defensive presence on that back line for the Raiders. Cross rolls in. Castaneda will jump on it. With no Raiders nearby, Massombo was on the other side of the 6. Castaneda holds on for the stop. Purdue Fort Wayne looking to make it back-to-back wins against their foes out of Dayton, Ohio. Two cities with plenty of sports rivalry history in many sports, not just in the collegiate ranks. Long send, long run for it. Right back, bumps into the Raiders, goes out of bounds. Off of Purdue Fort Wayne, and the Raiders bench rejoices. 15th minute. It's a foul called against Purdue Fort Wayne, rather, so free kick on tap for WSU. It'll be handled back by Olivia Mace. Massombo trying to turn the corner, lost the ball. Purdue Fort Wayne only gets it out of the box. Massombo would jump on it. She's been a great offensive presence since transferring out of UNO, which is University of Northwest Ohio's abbreviations. Long send on in, 2 Raiders there. Castaneda runs for it. Those 2 forwards unable to get to that bouncing ball. A little bit shorter. We might have a header attempt against Castaneda. See Castaneda representing her hometown of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Also a former Homestead Spartan, transfer out of Indiana Wesleyan. Just has a nice presence in the net for Purdue Fort Wayne. And again, goals allowed average of under 1 at .77 heading into this contest. Throw in upcoming for the Raiders. Wright State has controlled the dictation of the ball, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard yet. 16th minute, bouncing ball. Opportunity set on target, off the crossbar. Massombo, and she chipped it high. Massombo got the rebound back and had the right idea, looking top shelf where Castaneda could not jump for it. It's a goal kick for Purdue Fort Wayne. Look at the series here. Raiders' best chance. This one, Castaneda just getting her fingertips on it. Bouncing ball, not cleared out. Massombo races in. Here's the right foot chip, and just a little high. Best chance for Wright State thus far. Purdue Fort Wayne maintains their 1-0 advantage. 17th minute. Raiders push ahead. Hartman brings up the right. And now down the near touchline. It's out of the reach. And it is back to Wright State. Excuse me, Purdue Fort Wayne off the Wright State turnover. Raiders have done a great job driving the ball the past few minutes, but now Purdue Fort Wayne with a chance. Pushing up ahead, Bella Ritano. Swings towards the right. Here comes Hartman chugging on in. Tackle, but still with the Mastadons. They'll sweep it towards the open side of the pitch. One touch by Marissa Metzger. And bouncing into the box, Bella Ritano does not go for it. I believe the offside flag would have arose if she did. Back line for the Mastodons have it. One 1-0 lead here for the visitors off the first goal of the year from Morgan Ritano. Now here's Massombo, the left forward, lost it in transition. The back line maintains it. Block out of bounds by Olivia Mace. Goes for a Mastodons toss. In front of second-year head coach Travis Sobers, taking over for longtime head coach Pat Ferguson. At one time, the local paper kept calling him Pat Fitzgerald, which, no, that's not correct. It's Pat Ferguson. I believe he's now coaching at Ohio Wesleyan. Here's the loose ball, Hartman. Cannot connect it to Borchardt on the right side. Mastodons roll to Morgan Ritano. She'll walk it towards the box. Out of the reach of her target, Lizzie Hobb. 19th minute, heading into the 20th. Double coverage coming on there, but able to string a pass through. Up ahead, here's Borchardt racing through, but she will not win this ball. It's Castaneda with a good jump. Purdue Fort Wayne back with possession. Some really good records for the top 4 teams on the table. Detroit Mercy 6-6-1 overall. Purdue Fort Wayne 7-2-4. Milwaukee 6-3-3. Wright State 6-5-2. 5-5-3 is Cleveland State. They're 2-3-1 and 4 points back of second, 5 of first. Can't find Borchardt there, but Wright State back in the attack, looking to dictate control once again. Chipped away, but great handle there. No panic. Backline will shoo it forward. All the Raiders except Jessica Seward in the attacking half. And back to reset things. Raiders now push back. Defensive line. Tangle with the ball still. Massombo. One touch, turns around, gets through the pack of Mastodons, straight through. It's a race for the ball. And Massombo beaten on the inside track. However, it's one back. And past the official, where Hartman goes for Borchardt. Borchardt in the box, left foot blocked. Borchardt's shot blocked quickly. Back down to Kaylee Pham, representing Springboro. A lot of local high schools, and I believe we'll have an offside flag. Yes, we will. It's an offside flag against Wright State, the first offside called on the match. The offside kick happening at the edge of the box. Raiders will have a bounce off their head at the midfield line. Purdue Fort Wayne now attacking the far flank. One-on-one battle towards that far corner. Winds blowing in towards the box. Westward winds. Wright State won it back. Purdue Fort Wayne got a deflection. Raiders trying to clear it. Here's Hartman with a 50-50 ball win. Massombo now on the far side. Incredible speed by Massombo. Great player out there for Wright State. Back to Massombo. Gets around the defender. Racing in towards the box. Massombo into the 18. And she left it behind as she head towards the net of Castaneda. Still alive though, Massombo, and a whistle. It's another offside flag, the second one called against Wright State. So another kick up coming for Purdue Fort Wayne here in the 23rd minute. So far your stats. Raiders out shooting the Mastodons 5-3, but Wright State yet to send one on target. The Mastodons, 2 of their 3 shots have been on frame. Seward with 1 save. 2 fouls whistled against Purdue Fort Wayne, which compared to yesterday's men's soccer match, Wright State had 13 fouls whistled in the first half, and I think Purdue Fort Wayne had about 5. They said we had 10 cautions issued yesterday. This is Bella Ritano, sent to the head as Stewart plays on a 1 bounce. And she'll make the stop inside the 6. As let's have another look at this Purdue Fort Wayne try. First in a while on Jessica Stewart. 2 subs now walking to the table for Wright State. No subs yet for Jason Burr. He's in his 9th year as the head coach at Purdue Fort Wayne. Assistants are Jamie Peters, her 2nd year. First year for Josh Rout. Josh Rout has made himself with the men's and women's team. And volunteer assistant is Anna Hobb. I believe there's a relation to Lizzie Hobb. Whereas Wright State, Abby Frail, the new assistant coach. She's in her 1st year here. And Travis Sobers, I mentioned 2 years as the head coach for Pat Ferguson. He's been here at Wright State for 10 years. So both associate head coaches taking over for their predecessor for Wright State men's and women's. First sub has walked up for Purdue Fort Wayne. 3 Raiders, 1 Mastodon looking to get in on the fun. 25th minute, and the Raiders trailing 1-0. First goal of the year for Morgan Ritano. Massombo attacks the far side. Takes a healthy pace around the defender. She is so stealthy when she can get around the defenders like that. As the Mastodons clear it, here come the 4 new subs. Josie Krupp, Michelle Rings, Lainey Hankey and Mariella Hartman head off. Also, Alyssa Weisbrot, the Loveland, Ohio native, graduate of Little Miami High School. She has checked in. She's in her junior year, and she's a midfielder. Mastodons win the ball back. Driving ahead is Gigi Ricciardi, and she lost the ball as now the Raiders go on a counter. Borchard pushed from behind slightly, gets a through ball. Looking for Sizer. Battle on the end line, and Sizer loses the battle. Goal kick, Purdue Fort Wayne. Also, Zoe Greenholz was the sub out for Gigi Ricciardi from Brunswick, Ohio. That's in the Cleveland portion of the state. For Wright State, the third sub was Tamara Smith, a freshman out of Carmel, Indiana, Indianapolis area of the Hoosier State. One back by the Raiders, Tamara Smith. Back out now, the 3 defenders control it. Lock straight ahead. Massombo out of her reach. Mastodons will play it towards the far corner. 27th minute, throw in for Wright State. Quickly taken, I believe that is Sizer out there. Played her first few years at Youngstown State. Now joined the Raiders, have added a dash of offense, 6 goals to be precise. Kaylee Pham strings it up ahead. Towards the arc, here's Borchert. Borchert right side, one-on-one, shot towards the target, sails high. Goal kick, Purdue Fort Wayne. Raiders record their 6th shot on the day. Still yet to go on target. You can see this good push. This is Borchard one-on-one. Takes it into the box. Gentle right foot tap and the right foot shot. Maybe a little bit more clearance. She would have had a better angle on it against Castaneda. That's a good job by the defender marching up with Borchard, the junior from Richfield, Ohio. Around the Mansfield area, I believe, Richfield, Ohio. Here's Massombo. Massombo with a cross, and just out of the reach of the Raider. Missed opportunity on the late delay. Shot going wide, blocked by a defender. Still alive for Wright State. Shot coming in. It's wide, and Castaneda dives for it, but it's going to be deflected off the Mastodons. Here's corner kick number 3 for the Raiders. Have a look at this sequence again. Massombo with the takeaway, and that opportunity there. That might have been the equalizer, but still the Raiders get a push as the corner kick coming up in the 29th minute. It's a high floater towards the target and just bouncing wide right. Goal kick, Purdue Fort Wayne. Ashley Vaughn had that shot blocked. Michelle Rings missed the shot. If I remember correctly, Michelle Rings' first game here at Wright State, she scored her first collegiate goal, and it was a game winner too. Raiders trying to get that loose ball back. Yeah, that's Michelle Rings there. It's a turnover. Turning it around now goes Mastodons. Chardy. And right to Stewart's hands just as a Mastodon was closing in. 30th minute. Mastodons still maintain their 1-0 advantage of the 8th minute goal from Morgan Ritano, her first of 2022. The official cannot play it, but Michelle Rings will. Backline will push it to the far side. One Raider looking to sub in next. 3 defenders waiting in their defending half for the Raiders. Pushed ahead, play on, Raiders still in possession. Here comes Wright State, shot blocked. Some open room that side. Mastodons quickly send a defender that way. And Bella Ritano. And she'll chip it back. And good box out job there. One from Tamara Smith. Wright State back with it. Smith's going to play on the near touchline. Around the defender. Here's Borchert off to the box. Borchert, left foot drive, cross coming in, deflected, and Castaneda kept it out of the goal line. The Raiders saying that crossed. And I think that's a goal. No, excuse me, it's not. It's a play on. Purdue Fort Wayne looking to take advantage of that chance, as now we'll have 3 subs, 2 for the Mastodons. Looked really, really close. The Raiders saying that was in. So here comes the subs now. 1 Raider checking in, 2 Mastodons. Heading off is Riley Ruzink, again assisting the first goal. Amber Branham, the freshman defender from Lakeside Park, Kentucky, playing her high school ball with Notre Dame Academy. Great school in the Northern Kentucky quadrant. Against more Sunday talent. I believe the Raiders will get someone back out there. It should be a throw-in for Purdue Fort Wayne. Clock stopped in the 31st minute. Here comes the throw to resume it. Bella Ritano, defender hit down hard. She's yet to get up. Shot right at Stewart. And Stewart, another save in the 32nd minute. Raiders do get their first shot on goal in that lengthy sequence. Outshooting the Mastodons now, 11-5. Mastodons, however, getting more on target, 4-1 in that department. Stewart out of the box, strings it ahead. Massombo will lean back and let it play to her. However, her feet up front, knocked away. Purdue Fort Wayne back in play. Tamara Smith coming in. Her first year at Wright State. About 2.5 hours away from Dayton, Ohio, Carmel, Indiana. Here's Borchert one-on-one. Borchert's been very busy with the ball this afternoon. Into the box, here's a cross. Deflected away by the Mastodons and bouncing off to Mackenzie Evans. Her first appearance of the day. She leads the team with 4 goals. And she hails from Troy, Ohio. Not too far from Wright State. Not that far either from Fort Wayne either, if we think about it. Throw in Purdue Fort Wayne. But first a sub, as off is Marissa Metzger. And in her place is Allison Adams, a junior out of Plainfield, Illinois. Her previous school was Oswego East. I think that's Oswego. Tamara Smith gets stood up by Evans. Now here's Wright State on the attack. Deflected away by the Mastodons towards ball kid that had a good jump on it. So Tamara Smith will get it. Dons a purple ribbon in her hair. Notched back by Michelle Rings. 34th minute now. Pristine day here. One bouncer to Castaneda. She'll hold on for the stop. And she'll send this well over the midfield line. And a couple of players lost it in the sun. Last night our match started at 5 p.m. and the shade took over about halfway through the second. Near touchline save, Evans. Great feed now for Ricciardi. Tangle in the box. They'll stay with the Mastodons on the throw. Have a look at that stand towards the box. Great hustle coming in. That's Kaylee Pham. Throwing upcoming for Purdue Fort Wayne. The campus has been known by a few names in their history. Long send. Raiders get it out of the 6. Two Mastodons jumping on top of the ball. Here's a send by Morgan Ritano. And here's Seward catching it in front of a Mastodon sneaking right behind. 35th minute now. The Mastodons leading 1-0 on the 8th minute goal. Morgan Ritano. Here on ESPN Plus. Raiders send it towards the left. Massombo there, one-on-one. Still on the attack, the Raiders. Send into the box, one-on-one. Castaneda will play off one bounce. That time the defense, Lizzie Hobb, stands her ground well. Raiders will bring in another sub here late in the first half. 36th minute now. Castaneda can really send it well in the air. A couple more Raiders walking to the table, looks like. Massombo trying to come in, and she will knock down Weisbro. Free kick for Purdue Fort Wayne. It's the first foul whistle against Wright State. Have another look. Massombo coming in. You see, got more feet, actually got all feet and ankle compared to ball. And a whistle called on Wright State. First foul on the Raiders. No, I mentioned it already, but a stark contrast to yesterday's game where the Raiders had 13 fouls and the Mastodons had a couple of their own. Good cross from Massombo, but intercepted and ran around by Tia Johnson, Maple Grove, Minnesota native, and a transfer out of the University of Northern Iowa. Couple of subs coming in. Lena Jensen on for Ashley Vaughn. Lena Jensen, she's in her senior year here at Wright State. Representing Springfield, Ohio. Springfield Shawnee High School to be precise, south end of town. 37th minute. Couple subs coming in for Wright State. Another throw in for the Raiders. Olga Massombo heads out for Annika Samborski, a sophomore, right down the road from Centerville. Mentioned yesterday, it's great to see so much local talent staying here in town or getting opportunities with other teams. There's a couple representing Purdue Fort Wayne. I see Troy High School, Fairfield High School, and Little Miami High School in the Cincinnati area on Purdue Fort Wayne side. Kenzie Evans from Troy City, Ohio, USA. Chip forward. Defense will pop it up past the arc. Raider down on the turf. Two Raiders down on the turf. And the referee blows her whistle and a stop called. Trainers waved in. But both of them are going to be up. As we'll have another look. Here's that clearing. A little bit of miscommunication there. And there's the tackle. I think both of them are okay, but one is checked out. That's Josie Krupp, along with Amber Branham. Krupp in her graduate year here at Wright State, also from Springfield, but she represents Springfield Catholic Central, the Irish, near downtown Springfield. So one's gonna walk off the field. That's Josie Krupp. I think the official's saying, hey, you gotta wait a little bit before you can come back in. She'll be able to come back in for a dead ball opportunity. She has to stay there for a little bit. One sub waiting for the Mastodons. Now the official talking to a Raider and a Mastodon. Now back over to, I believe that's Michelle Rings. Playing something from earlier. It'll be Wright State with the gimme ball. Backline's got it. Josie Krupp is back on the pitch. To Seward. Wright State on the attack on the far side. Looking to equalize this game late here in the first half. Early first half goal for the visitors. That's why the Mastodons maintain their 1-0 advantage. Morgan Ritano from Riley Ruzink. Foul called against Purdue Fort Wayne. And that'll be Purdue Fort Wayne's third foul of the match. 39th minute. Youth Soccer Day here at Wright State. Youth Soccer Weekend here at Wright State. Another foul, another free kick awarded to Wright State. Fourth foul on PFW. Belleritano with that first foul. Heavy ball now, Purdue Fort Wayne, a chance to counter. With Mastodon stampeding in their attacking half. Through ball and 2-on-2. Good shot here around, but Seward able to track it down. Kaylee Pham with the coverage. It'll go as a throw by the sub first for Purdue Fort Wayne. Coming in from the table now, looks like it's Lauren Klusik from Macomb, Michigan, in her first year at Purdue Fort Wayne. Klusik listed as a forward. And Ricciardi, who was one of the first subs of the match for the Mastodons, she sits down. Far side action, strung ball, Stewart swats it away. That'll give the Mastodons their first corner. Great shot on target. Stewart a good swat. And the Mastodons have corner kick number 1. Still in the 40th minute. Be taken by Chloe Mariotti. Mariotti out of Yorktown, Indiana, around the Muncie area. String ball, big collision there. Hopped around, Stewart dives for it and keeps it away from the end line. 41st minute. And Stewart very active in her penalty box today. Down towards the right side. Mastodons looking to get one more sub here in the first half. Raiders looking for another push. When the Raiders have had the ball for a long period of time in their attacking half. Back heel pass, good reach by Jensen to win it back. Jensen now runs ahead. Raiders don't have Massombo on the pitch. And that's deflected back. Purdue Fort Wayne, quick one touch. And a foul called against Wright State. Free kick for Purdue Fort Wayne. Heading into the 42nd minute of our first half. Some other games in the Horizon League going on today. Also 1 o'clock starts. Oakland hosting Robert Morris. IUPUI hosting Detroit Mercy. First place Detroit Mercy. And Youngstown State visits Northern Kentucky. Cleveland State will visit Green Bay. And that'll start at 2 o'clock our time, 1 o'clock their time, Central. Near side action for Klusik. Rolls it back out for Hobb. Around the reach of Roughsats. Marina Roughsats from Edgewood, Kentucky. Also a former Panda with Notre Dame Academy. That's a great program in Northern Kentucky, like I mentioned, as Seward holds on to the ball. Heading into the 43rd minute as it's Pham straight ahead. Mastadons win the 50-50 ball away from Roughsats. Josie Krupp knocked down, but no whistle. As now Bella Vitano. A little bit too far out of the reach of the center striker. Far side action. This is Branham. Halfway through the 43rd. Back line now. Looking at that open right side. Walking that there is Roughsats. Roughsats cutting over towards her left. Left foot spin. Here's a header on target. Castaneda. Great lean back and catch. Now keeping a 1-0 Purdue Fort Wayne advantage. Perfect placement on this send up. That header read well. Castaneda. You can see why. She's got goals allowed average of .77. 44th minute, the Raiders will take a throw in their defending half. 2 Mastodons waiting to sub in. Now we'll have a foul. The right striker and Annika Samborski leveled down. Free kick for Wright State just in their attacking half. They'll let the back line handle it. I believe that's Olivia Mace. Here's Mace with the send. Past the arc. Notched out by the Dons. Rings. 2 Mastodons coming in. Here's Wright State. Through on the left side.
1 minute remaining in the half. 1 minute.
45th minute now. Raiders looking for a late first half goal to tie it up. Roll on out. Now an open Smith. Tamara Smith, since coming on, she's played very well, strongly for Hartman that side. Another try for Wright State. 45 seconds left. First half. Two Mastodons trying to get on the ball. Free kick, Wright State. That's a hold on Allison Adams. Can't believe it, but now free kick. Time on the side of the Raiders here to close out the first half. Stop the clock, says the official. Almost looked like she was about ready to reach, and she does give a card. They get a card to Allison Adams in the 45th minute. First yellow in between the men's and women's soccer series. That's now the 11th card. Low liner blocked in front in the arc. Last 10 seconds shot. Castaneda catch and land on top of it. That will close out the first 45 minutes as Wright State trails Purdue Fort Wayne 1-0 off the first goal of the year from Morgan Ritano and the third assist from Riley Ruzink. And